Crunchy.
Dude. Okay. Hello, Crunch community. My name is Levi Out Loud, and I'm here with Just Chat. He is visiting, and we're finally reacting to the latest Death Battle episodes. Right now, Dante versus Clive. Did you get spoiled on the last one?
The what?
Did you get spoiled on the last one?
Spot on?
Spoiled.
Spoiled? No.
No? Okay, so I'm not going to reveal what the last episode is because he doesn't know. But we'll be reacting to that one.
Oh, the episode after this one.
Yes,
I did get spoiled.
Okay, so we're gonna get we're gonna be reacting to Ash vs. Yugi right afterwards. So, hooray! The only reason I was laughing is because like Justin was like awkwardly moaning because he found the freaking recline.
Yo, I'm telling you, this made my back feel great, guys. How y'all feeling? This is a very special occasion.
That's a very dangerous chair. I never reclined in that chair. Like
it's only dangerous for you.
Like no, I would mess up my posture. That's why I just
there's some other.
I simply just I always just have it straight up.
No, this makes everything. This will make it. Imagine gaming like this.
Nope, I would fall asleep. It also has a footrest as well.
It has a footrest.
Don't pull that out.
Let me tell you, this is a very special occasion. I'm only here like once a year, so we're gonna enjoy ourselves.
But it's been a long while. Of course, it's Dante versus Clive. I don't know if you know anything about Dante versus Clive. Do you, Justin?
So I get to pick a lucky guess and be correct about it.
Yeah, or you could just wait till analysis, see what's up. But of course, I'm a fan of both characters. I love Clive. Clive's that man. Clive got that stature, that build.
Just because Levi said that, go with Clive. I like Clive.
Dante's the what you call it, the original Edge boy, the original Edge Lord. So I never knew about these two characters, like if they're like both similar or like the connection between both of them in order to have a death battle. I'm very excited. It's Death Battle versus Final Fantasy, so I am all for it. I just want to see, because this is the first time that this isn't the first time that me and Justin have reacted being in the same room, but it is at my new apartment. So I'm just gonna put, you guys are gonna probably hear some feedback. I will probably cut out that in the VOD, but let me just make sure.
Oh wow, that's so good.
No. So I think the sound quality is good, right?
Sound quality is great.
All right, nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. I think going in, I think Clive has got this. Even though Dante has pretty much like cut up raindrops at like I would say probably like at the speed of sound. I think Clive's got it. Final Fantasy's pretty broken, but let's go find out. I love Final Fantasy 17, I think it is, or 16. He's in. I haven't finished it, but it is so good. It's like Game of Thrones meets Attack on Titan meets Final Fantasy. But let's dive in. And it's 3D.
Dante versus Clive.
The fight.
Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I watch it at home. They don't look like them.
It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
Do you think it's my monitor?
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta? A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus. But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons,
he is like half
leaving
demon.
Dante and his brother Virgil
with white hair and a red
Despite
coat.
a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing: killing demons and with the blood of Sparta running through him,
I'll show you
he's
that
the
scene
best
where
in
he's
the
just
business.
eating
By
pizza while
harnessing his own
killing demons.
demonic energy,
He's in his
Dante
40s?
bolsters his speed, power,
He's
and
great for
durability,
40.
letting him block kaiju-sized punches,
I don't
move
think
faster than a
this-
meteor.
And regenerate like an
He is like
unstoppable
a
force
gaming
of nature.
icon to where
As
he's
long
had
as
many
he has the
games to where
energy,
he's
he
probably
can heal
played
from getting
until his
shot,
40s.
stabbed, sliced through.
Oh.
Basically anything.
Well,
Even
because
without
he's had a
his
game where
regeneration, he
he looks
survived
like
heat that
he's
would
pretty
reduce the
old.
layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad. Rebellion.
He fights with
Plus
two
ebony
twin
and ivory,
pistols and a
two
sword.
magic
I wanna go
pistols
with this
with
guy.
endless ammo clips.
This guy
And they
seems
say
dope.
the perfect
He
gift
looks
doesn't
cool.
exist.
It is.
But Dante's
I'm surprised they haven't
force
found him. He's
was
like
far larger and
PlayStation era
stranger.
with
Like King
Kratos.
Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental
Man.
nunchucks. Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that
Yeah,
are
that's
also
probably
a
him in his
motorcycle.
40s.
Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira. And Navan, guitar.
These are really fun.
An
man. Just
electric
like
guitar.
fucking
There's
match
also
where you put up
Lucifer,
combos. Like,
a
look at that shit.
backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying. Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver,
Slow
and
down
double-team
time.
foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's
He really
Devil
is broken.
Trigger, a
And
super
like,
form
I
Dante
just like the
achieves
fact
through
that
his
he does
supernatural
pose a
power.
lot.
By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Won't you if you're
Naturally,
fighting
his
somebody and
rematch
they
with
pose on
Virgil
you
went
like
very
mid-fight?
differently.
Yes.
And that was far from
That would make me
Dante's
even more
peak.
mad. And
When
if
Moon
I
just got up
lost,
to his
I
old
just
tricks,
clip
Dante
myself.
battled the Demon Lord
Yeah,
in a
yeah, remember
vast
that
sea of
UFC fight? I don't
stars.
know where that one
Universe
dude
Moon
knocked
just
him and like
created
the
on
dude threw a
whim.
deuce.
Even later, Dante one-shot
I
a
never saw that
stronger,
movie.
Yeah,
older
he
future
knocked
Moon
somebody
who had
out.
completely
He was like,
merged with the
deuces.
demon world.
So he's kind of a big
Like,
deal. Literally,
you just start
he
celebrating.
became a
I was like,
living
that's
universe just
special.
for Dante to
He
shoot him in the
got Smash
face.
Bros all the
Then
time.
there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense, he had the power of every other demon in
I am good.
existence.
Okay,
A
I'm decent.
divine deity
I'm down.
of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy. I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around.
The overall
But
badass.
no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil
There's
was a
an anime
power-hungry
came out
weeb,
probably
but
quite
he was
recently.
still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last
Isn't
of
it?
his family kind of messed him
No,
up.
but John
Until
is
he learned
John
his
has been
family
telling me to
wasn't as
watch it
gone as he
a
thought.
lot.
It turns out he
That
had a
says me
nephew,
must be good.
Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So
I'm
Dante
sorry, guys.
was
It took
ready
me
when
5 minutes
Virgil
of the video
somehow
to
returned
Spanish stuff
again
was going on.
and made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power.
With the entire world now on the line,
You
Dante
really
had to
expect
get serious and fully embrace
That
his
would be
human and
dangerous.
demon sides alike
Hola, ¿cómo
by
estás?
stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He
I
can
did.
fire lasers
I'm
with
kidding, I'm
loose,
kidding, I'm
order
kidding, I'm
with the
kidding.
fires of judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and 2 well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that
Dude, that's
if he
gotta be
couldn't
him
make
at
Virgil
40 years
abandon
old.
his ways,
I think
he
he's
might
still
as well
good,
keep
like-
an eye on him.
Yeah,
He has a
One
long
fell swoop,
flowing
the
hair,
two
man.
severed the
Man,
world-spanning
I guess
demon
that's
tree
what I'm
and
about.
prepared for
Gotta
a
be
permanent
easy,
departure
bro.
to the underworld.
like for
You
real.
can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
They said it. They said it.
Wiz,
No, this
it's
is
an
Daddy right
emergency.
here.
This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack,
Oh.
but my headphones broke.
Well, good news. This battle is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your ears open and your holiday playlist rolling with Raycon's essential open earbuds.
That is what
These
breezy.
open-ear earbuds let you stay connected to your surroundings while enjoying your favorite music, podcasts,
So these are like new
Perfect
generation.
for a
My
job,
Raycons
commute, or
are
hanging out.
Oh yeah, they sound great, just as good as some of the big brands, but at half the price. They're super lightweight.
actually. While we're doing that, let me at least find out that my mic is okay. That my mic is on that. All right, just make sure. Yeah, I didn't know if the Raycons themselves have mic. So I lost my AirPods a while ago, guys. I don't know where they are.
What?
So I used my Raycons that I got like such a long time ago, and so that's how we're listening to it. So it's just really bizarre that they came out with and you know what, Death Battle, I don't think they ever like advertise for Raycon either, which is crazy. They usually advertise for like Blue Apron.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. It's
This-
all the time. This was planned.
This battle covers spoilers for Final Fantasy 16. Oh, well, all right.
Of the kingdom of Rosaria.
I'm like halfway
and its
through it,
prince,
so hopefully
Clive
nothing's
Rossfield.
too bad.
A man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a Dom can draw on magic life juice called Ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks, and instead picked his sick
Yeah, that's
little
in his
brother
kid.
Joshua. Parents don't play favorites,
He
but
was
I guess
damn
ancient
good. I don't know
monsters
what they
can.
use.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother, Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the bird and his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He could shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Ship,
This was so
and took
good. I
down
need to
this
go back
beast
into
before
it.
he was even
They
out
probably
of
play some
puberty.
up there.
Even without magic, Clive's a
Keep it
capable
here.
swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque.
Oh, yeah, she
In
was
one
big.
night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down.
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe.
That's
It can make
definitely
fire
true.
barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders,
Yep.
leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel.
That's Daddy right there, bro.
No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother. fighting the real problems plaguing his world:
What's the last
crystals
one?
and racism.
In the world of Valisthea,
Oh,
prejudice is
right.
alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Remove, so he could summon lightning.
From his babe Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got
He's taking,
Bahamut
like,
and some
abilities
deadly
from the
lasers.
gods.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of
Okay, you
space.
might win.
Looks
Well, I mean, Dante
familiar.
lost.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well. Yeah, that way,
Yeah.
but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is
right here
far
in
from
the
Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
And he's a leader.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Hey, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rusfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
What?
The battle's coming up next, so call your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off, and so does Draft Possession.
In every game, $5
Picks at the Gavin 8 new picks at draft.
All right, the combatants are
Skip
/promos.
the headset. Oh wait, you didn't skip the headset thing either. Skip this.
Yes. All right. So who do you think's gonna win, Justin? Who think's
I
gonna
think the
win?
good looker demon dude is gonna win.
Good looking demon dude. Which one?
They're both demons.
Oh, well, I guess not. Clive's not technically a demon. So
The first guy.
yeah, first guy, Dante. I'm going for my boy Clive. Clive is that man. All right. Clive is a leader. He led a dying civilization to
Only a man that's a loser would lead a dying civilization. A dying civilization. Why wouldn't he go somewhere else?
Dante just played pool and he
kicked a whole bunch of demon ass. Eating some pizza.
He just ate some pizza, man. My dude was struggling. My dude was struggling.
Worry about anybody.
My dude was struggling during the Middle Ages. He doesn't even know what pool is.
Go ahead and see Clive kick his ass.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Say stuff under your breath that the mic can pick up.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Uh-oh.
Leave now.
I
haven't got to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the fire. I don't even know what that is.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Oh, oh, damn! He was Iron Man. Oh, Buster treatment. Let's go.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Let's go.
What the hell is that?
I didn't know anything about one, man. I did was just around. Oh, that is amazing. Holy shit.
Virgil's got some competition. Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do.
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got.
Well, you can come on, let's go. I think Dante's not a little smaller than that. What are you free?
Don't underestimate this.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
Uh-oh.
Run him! Run him! Shit, is it time? First blood. First blood. Fuck.
Please. Just once. I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey. Just like I need you free.
I went through.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
That was
After a fight like this, God'll be nothing.
KO! Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
Next time on Death Battle.
Next time, who's it gonna be? Death Battle 2025. I wonder who it's gonna be. Oh my God! I was not expecting
Subscribe
that.
and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
All right, let's go to watch it.
We already know.
But what'd you think about the fight? What'd you think about the fight? That was a really great fight.
It was a good fight. That was good to watch. That was like a Jake Paul and no, it wasn't. I'm lying.
Why are you using that analogy?
I'm playing. I thought Jake Paul had actually put on a good fight against somebody, but the only good fight that happened was when he got knocked the fuck out by this last dude that he got. He had to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
but no, it was a good fight though. I can't think of an analogy that it can compare to, but it was like Floyd Mayweather and who would be a good person, the Floyd Mayweather and what's that dude? Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was like. Just two greats fighting against each other.
We're really stuck with that analogy, but I'm glad you landed it.
That's good.
I'm glad you landed something with it. You tried your hardest, but I'm glad you did something.
Come up with something better than Levi. Go ahead. Right on. Go ahead and come up with something better. Katie, you got your win.
That was like Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania, the rematch. I'm pretty sure some people know what it is. Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson never even happened. All right, so like
You're right, it hasn't happened, but that would be crazy, right? Just like this death battle. Exactly.
But this was a very great battle. Like, when we did our tier list, I kind of already had like my favorites planned out, but this was remarkable. This was like a really great death battle. Like, I really want to go back and look at this probably off stream, just because there was probably so much that I think I missed that I really want to look at.
You know what my least favorite was? Death battle
of this season.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Buffy versus Blade.
I thought Buffy versus Blade was really great.
I didn't.
But let's go ahead and look
Don't
into
get ahead of yourself.
Yugi. I guess first thoughts, before we go into analysis, who do you think's gonna
We
win?
already know who's going to win. It's going to be Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think I gotta go with my boy Ash, bro. I think I
You're
might go
always
with my
going for the losing team.
I just
The losers.
I just betted on I just betted on somebody, so
Yeah, and that was a lucky guess. But we in big boy terms now, and in big boy terms, we know that the big boys are Yu-Gi-Oh. That's the big boy right there. I don't want to mess with him.
But all right, let's I think I don't know, maybe Ash can punch Yugi. I know Ash got that strength in him. I know he's carried like tons before, canonically wise. Ash is strong enough to carry tons of pounds, not tons. Yeah, he's able to carry tons of weight. So maybe that could be a factor or something like that. Because I don't know what's gonna happen if Yugi posts out Exodia for some fucking reason.
Yeah, he's gonna pull out Exodia, and then Ash will probably bring out Mewtwo or some shit, and Exodia's gonna win. Let's do it.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead of yourself.
I wonder how they're gonna play it. It's like
Ash
Yugi's gonna use
Ketchum
all
versus
50
Yugi
cards. And
Moto.
The biggest question
If
from the
Ash reveals he
playground:
used all
Pokemon or
20
Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
like-
armor,
I
and
like
skills to
the
find out who would win
animation already.
a death battle.
looks super fun.
Oh, it's gonna
This is a big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
Yeah, go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night Swarm. It just launched and it's all about action.
Collect companions and claim your throne as Vampire Lord in this survivor-like and roguelike RPG. Double the like.
Each run is another step on your journey to wipe out hordes, find new followers, unlock new quests, and look cool while doing it. Look at that.
Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
All the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash
All right,
wanted to be a
look at that.
Pokemon
We're
master,
7.
though he didn't really know what that
And
meant yet.
H2.
How about taking down your rivals to be
25
the
years.
very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
Pikachu?
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu. And went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s culture. Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons
Yeah.
of Pokeballs and an all-knowing
It's a lot
Pokedex.
different.
That's also a
Weaknesses don't
Pokemon.
matter.
But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow-red enough voltage and you'll regret it.
Oh, they're gonna give
Even
him, like,
ground
6
types
of
that
his
would be
strong Pokemon.
immune to electric
Of course,
attacks
yeah.
in the games can't stop with
Yeah.
this Pikachu dishes
Just
out.
like they
Yet
gonna give,
somehow Ash is just
Yu-Gi-Oh,
fine after repeatedly getting zapped by
Dark
the same
Magician.
electricity. Over
That's his
time,
go-to.
Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu,
That's probably
use
who's gonna be
Thunderbolt.
first up.
The
Pikachu versus
perfect
Dark
attack for
Magician.
outgoing flamboyant thieves and
I
air
just
balloons.
Pikachu was
Looks
just
like
so
they're
dumb.
blasting
He
up
just started
again.
learning
so
moves.
clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opted for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this leaf blade, Smeargle victim. Or that's what I would say if Tobias didn't action replay a freaking Latios. My man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards, Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space, Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all! Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Pidgeot.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is watching Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught 30 Tauros. And he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys. But boy, does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again.
Yeah,
and just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge power increase.
No
but
one
there's
did
a catch.
No one
shares
did.
Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants. The Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Yeah, don't get me started on Alon. Ash
Watch all
did
of it. I think I stopped
everything
around
right,
where
but no,
Ash makes up
Greninja
the
still
trade.
lost to his Charizard after only getting hit
Pokemon,
3
but I would
times.
watch
How does
some of the
Blastburn
later
beat Water
versions.
Shuriken?
That's
Get
like-
your type
Yo,
charts
Ash
right,
lost
poor
that-
kids.
Boomstick, 4 kids weren't
He
even
won. He
around
won
anymore when
the
this aired.
Oh,
Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train.
Tired?
And thanks to some
I guess
really
so, yeah.
delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Kaiju Gengar! He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and
Ash?
Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt!
This
This
is
Rainbow
NXT.
Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked.
Went up against
Absorb
Buzzsaw?
electricity? Cooked. Fused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the sun god, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can
wish
halt
they brought that
Dialga's
theory.
Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the
gonna say
Tournament of
this,
Champions,
Ash was a
and
really
Alon,
great
Ash
one.
faced the #1 trainer.
He met
Finally,
so many gods.
Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! More kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had no
Well, Team
regrets.
Rocket was there,
Now
Steve
free to
Wynn.
hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
all
Ash
those
realized
25 years,
that
he never
being a
won.
Pokemon Master was
I mean,
someone
he
who
would
was
win matches
friends with
and he
every
would score, like,
Pokemon.
you know,
So he and
the top
Pikachu
4,
threw a
top
stick
6,
in the
whatever.
air and walked
He would
away
have-
it
he would
landed.
end up losing
Because in the
tournaments.
world of Pokemon,
People get
the
mad
journey
after like 5
continues.
years and be like, oh, this dude just never gonna fucking win. Like the fans
If you
still
want
stay
to travel
around
the
for
world
all
like
25
Ash
years.
or look as rad as Yugi, then we've got the threads for
Okay.
you.
This battle is sponsored by
I'd be
Quince.
tired of
You'll
him
like
losing.
this. A bunch of Death Battle
Yeah,
staff have
like-
owned Quint stuff for
think
ages,
that
so
might
we
be
know it's
the
legit.
reason.
Quince makes
I
it
think
easily
that's
and
why
wood,
I kinda
tastiest in
stopped
leather,
watching
and but that
for a
have
while.
coated a return death of angels.
But so we saw a lot of great stuff. They're really hyping Ash up, and I'm really scared what they say about Yugi. Yugi, on the basis, I think, if I remember correctly, it's just
He
a card
about to
game.
tear that ass up.
I think it's just a card game. Like I know they come from like Egyptians. I know that Egyptian gods and stuff like that. But I really, truly think that I think Ash got this. I think Ash got this.
That's what Levi says when he knows he's about to lose, trying to make excuses.
Whatever.
Many
So,
a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of
Pokemon
ancient
Bay.
Egypt.
Pokemon
What was the
Bay.
secret to such a glorious civilization?
Time travel? The divine hand? Aliens? Nah, they were gamers.
Egyptians
You look for a
played
Pokemon
games.
hat?
with
I am
sorcery.
looking for a Pokemon
These
hat.
magical ceremonies punish dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow
I
Game.
know I have.
No, Wiz, they were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil. And in the modern day, Yugi Moto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpa's game shop.
I would.
Little did he know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand,
He
and
was
always
18.
on
I thought he
demon
was a
time while
kid.
doing so. He's anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play
He's
a
a
shadow
kid.
game.
Whether it's Griddle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a
Dressing like
summoner's
that at
war.
18?
Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was
Not
kidnapped by the
disrespecting it, I'm
deranged
just saying,
CEO
usually-
Setagaiba,
Yeah, I
Yugi
think
knew
that's
it
a
was
school
time to knock
uniform,
him down the
honestly.
only way he
school
knows how.
uniform is
Playing
having a
a
belt around your
children's
neck?
card game.
Okay.
And for his
Yeah,
help,
yeah.
Papa was given a
What kind of
penalty
goofy
game.
shit they on?
You or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations.
You know, I have
it
the
brings
manga
monsters to reality,
of
forms
Yu-Gi-Oh!
barriers,
And like
manipulates
the first 5
probability,
books,
and seals away spirits.
I'm
You
more sure
can't buy this.
they don't
And
mention
6 other
like the
Millennium
Yu-Gi-Oh
items are
card game
juiced
at
up
all.
by Ghost!
Because he's
Despite
like just
Yami's retribution, Yugi
doing
wasn't aware of this darker
other
half.
shit,
Yami
and
had
like
amnesia,
that's why they said
so
he
didn't
was
know
winning
himself
like
either.
fucking
But after a run-in
Uno,
with enemy Millennium Ring
chess,
user Dark Bakura and some
Dungeons
seriously
and
hardcore
Dragons,
LARPing,
that
Yugi and
shit.
Yami learned each other's shtick
Like that's
and
not
made the
Duel Monster.
dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg
That's
Joey,
no
Yugi
tea.
and Yami were ready.
Not
That's
Taya.
Taya. That is
Because
that's
Yugi
what
had a
Taya.
great early
No, I
game.
don't give a damn
Monsters for
if the little
offense,
accent
spells
about
for
me. That
effects,
is
and
T.
traps
Her
for
name
setups.
is
Oh,
T.
and
Okay.
Exodi. Oh, there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck
Her
is
name's
so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
This one-
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist. His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz. But what's he gonna do about the
Making
3
up shit,
blue
so I
eyes
don't know
Kaiba's
what-
got
how-
aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have it multiply. With a 1,000
I
strong
remember I had
meat
a
shield,
Dark
a
Prince
dragon's
girl
breath
card,
is a
and I was
gentle
like,
breeze.
Well,
"Ooh,
okay.
oh,
Didn't know Yugi
I'm
had that
just
dog in
saying.
him. But I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning. And the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a
Whoa.
living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both
That's
are
the
masters
girl.
of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting
Yeah,
magic
like,
cylinder.
been mad at
Now
me
that's
for-
thinking with
Oh,
port.
you said
You-
damn.
you-
Support monsters
I can't say
too.
damn.
Catapult
I'll
Turtle is a
start with
bot with a
Dark Magician.
cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which
Be
immobilizes
like this type
monsters,
shit.
they
Like,
brought
that-
down an
it's
entire
just
fortress.
so much
Wait,
shit.
that's not how the card game works. Is he
It's
cheating?
like-
Well, we're
makes up his own
prioritizing the manga
rules.
and anime
He is
over
a
anything
guy
else, which can differ from the
win.
real
That's
world
a
card
real-
game.
Yugi
Levi?
also has tons of spell
You make up
cards.
your own rules.
Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend.
Monster Reborn's
Turn Jump is a
banned.
time skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi
Pot of
draw
Greed
2
is
more
banned
cards,
too.
like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2
He's
more
a
cards,
bad
like
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Control-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi
He's
and Yami's
about
teamwork,
to
and
win.
nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping roles Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was
I always
stumped.
wanted him
Yeah,
to-
they
he
cheated.
looked
No,
so dope to
Pegasus
me.
was reading
I
their
wanted his own
minds.
outfit, honestly.
Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent
Yeah.
dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
You come
They're
to
not
the
just smart.
battle.
These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most
I love
common
Jaden.
duel monster can cause
GX is a
tsunamis,
better
rain
show.
down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty run back against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
Put
So
on his
Yami
fucking
and Yugi
dome.
kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end, or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels, pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the god's limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards,
You know, I feel
Yugi
like
can
Pokemon
will
should
duel
have
monsters
dropped
into
Ash
reality,
as a main
even
character
drawing
for a
anyone he
while,
wishes by believing
Make him win
in the
and then
heart
get
of
another
the
character.
cards.
I knew
Well,
it.
you guys
He's
still
been
doing fine.
cheating
You
all
have,
this
like-
time. doesn't just
Yeah,
make
Jaden,
up rules, he's
and they
stacking
had-
his deck.
Not at all.
You say-
For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't
they're
just
like on
luck. It's an
They
actual
might be on
skill
another
that he
protagonist.
developed.
They at least
It's
have
even expanded in
yeah,
following series like
that guy,
GX and
yeah.
5Ds.
Okay,
Jaden.
well, I'd be
Yu-Gi-Oh!
the
still
king of
going on?
games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever.
I thought
Yami
you
But they,
rediscovered
but they,
his
but
Egyptian
they had one
past,
where
his
the card
multiple
games were
lifelong
played in
bonds, and
motorcycles.
his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever
That was cool right there. That got me out of my seat as a kid. When I saw that was Yugi, I gave him a card to Jaden.
Show
I
you
was
that
like,
money can't buy you
oh!
happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game. And
I
you
need
won't
to
find
get
yourself a
Yugi's
better
screen.
opponent than the king of
There should be a
games.
belt around my neck.
The Battle of the Millennium is about to start, but we wouldn't be able to make it happen without some help from our friends at Raycon.
That's right.
Raycon.
This message is sponsored
Why
by
you wearing
Raycon.
the thing
If
like
you're
you
looking for a
falling out my ear?
all right, the
All right, let's do this thing.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Where you going?
What? Mind your business, all right? Mind your business. Here we go. Here we go. I need to switch out my thousands hat, my 40 hats. So here we go. Here we go. Gotta put on the Pokemon hat, gotta put respect on the name, you know what I'm saying?
I
got-
still think Yu-Gi-Oh's
You got something about Yu-Gi-Oh? You got something to wear on Yu-Gi-Oh? Gonna put a belt around your neck? I can give you my belt.
No, thank you. Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely going to win. We already know this.
Nope.
We already know. Let's go
I trust
ahead.
my boy Ash. Something's gonna happen. He fought gods as well.
Ash is just gonna catch these hands over here. All right, he's gonna catch all of Yu-Gi-Oh's hands, cards, and everything else, and a foot up the ass. So let's go ahead and let's turn him into Ash.
This is a
All right?
kid that can curl a fucking log.
He was 10 years old for 25 years and lost all the time.
And this
all right,
person playing a card game.
let's do
all
this
right.
thing.
Combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical
Oh.
battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to
Okay.
death battle!
You hear that, Justin?
What?
I'll replay it.
Summon anything that the rules of Pokemon battles in the Pokemon anime.
Let's lay some ground rules.
We're
Okay,
treating this
I'll
as a
replay
real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to
Definitely just told me that.
it. That team doesn't anything
Oh
about
my
it.
god.
I thought it was more complicated than that. Well, that's dope.
You okay, Pikachu? This Boron 4 is tricky. Hang in there.
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack. And I set one card face down to end my turn.
Whoa. Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him off with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up.
Ah, there's
Everybody else.
multiple fights. Okay.
Great job. Now, Thunderbolt.
I wish they gave him his costume.
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise! Dimension Space!
They're aiming straight for it. That's cheap.
They're just trying to murder each other. Okay.
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Yeah, the furry tourist.
Charizard! I choose you!
One time I had top 44. It wasn't blue. We're trying to get we like to. Oh,
Aha!
I'm mad at the yellow Pokemon. Look at all these old needy Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Did that just come from his hands?
Oh, really? A Mega Gator. I'm so.
Did I go to your obliterate?
Well, these things.
I'm so mad.
These little two
Sorry, partner. Don't worry. It's my turn now. I just need to believe in the heart of the cards.
You're a loser.
Use Monster Boy. That's a fan move.
Who's that Pokemon?
Aroxy, Goddess of Light! This is it! Magicians! Flash burning magic!
I swear,
Aroxy,
Pokemon
Joseph!
is mad. Look at all of this. Look at this.
One gosh.
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
Oh. What's he gonna do?
10 million volt
You activated my trap card! Magic Cylinder! With it, I'll send your Thunderbolt back to attack your life points directly!
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was kind of expected. Yep.
That
I'm about
was
to
an
get so
awesome
mad.
duel, Ash.
All of these OP cards, and then still like, oh, I'm bringing out something bigger, and I'm bringing out something bigger. I would have been so mad.
Oh, my childhood. Whiz, quick. I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting with experience. Both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even a Tim's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience. But when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ash's can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tiers scale to Glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more Psychic Barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
Monster Reborn's a ban move.
Band Fate to draw whatever card he wants, and we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone.
We already knew it.
That was a good attempt at a fun whiz. You might not think it's Sparrow, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
Levi wanted to believe in nostalgia.
I did.
Nostalgia doesn't
Death Battle will
win.
be back in 2026. But right now, you can check out our brand new channel. It's called Nightly Brew, and we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower, and other games that'll probably blow up in our face. So check it out right now, and make sure to subscribe. Thanks.
What you think about this Death Battle?
I thought it was just like it should have been. Thought it was just like it should have been. Thank you. That's all I gotta say.
I thought this was a very fun battle. That was a very fun battle.
The last battle was a little bit more fun, but this one was good.
Oh, you thought Clive versus Dante was more fun?
Yeah, that
was more fun.
Better. Yeah.
Like, even though it didn't have the, crazy amounts of like flash, like speed blitz and stuff like that, it felt like a truly genuine Pokemon Yugi battle.
Yeah, this was good, but I already knew who was gonna win, beforehand. Like with the other one, I had no idea. Well, also I didn't know who the characters were. These I knew who the characters were, so I kind of already assumed just the better person, which we all knew at the beginning. Well, some people did, and some people didn't.
They did it really well. I don't know if they put Galliello in here. Like I don't know if he's actually caught by Ash or if he's actually a friend, but I think this is this might have been like a little padding, to make the fight more interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
They didn't even put Exodia in there.
Do you think this was? Well, does Yugi even have an Exodia?
I thought he did.
He did it once with Seto Kaiba, but I don't know if he ever played it again.
This would have been the time.
All right, but okay. Well, thank you, JustChat from Inside Thoughts Productions, for joining us. This was very fun. Very fun hour of just watching some good old fighting. I can't wait for next season, which is in 2026, is what they said. I can't think of off the top of my head which fights are going to be up there. I think it's Aang versus Aang from Avatar versus Aether, I think his name is,
I don't
from
know who the
Genshin
other person
Impact.
is, but Aang is always my top. So
He's always your top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did that sound? Never mind. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I
believe I lost.
I think Death Note might make an appearance with that one dude. I can't think of his name. The detective. I know that Kamen Rider Geats has just officially won, like sort of like a little tourney type champion something, which I barely kept up with. I didn't even know that's what they were doing. Like I did not know what. I didn't know it was like a tournament Champions League. But I'm excited for it. Like always, guys, we'll probably do a tier list of the season episodes. I don't know how soon that will be, but look forward to that. Any final thoughts, Justin?
I'm excited for next season. Tune in to more Crunch Crew stuff. There's a lot more going. Next year is going to be even bigger and better. So hope you guys are ready. Boom, boom, boom. Have a happy new year and a happy holidays.
You're saying it like you don't think you'll show up again?
This year? In the next 7 days?
Maybe. I don't know. You don't know. Still 7 more days, Justin.
You damn right. I'm tired.
But anyways, thank you guys so much. Let us know down below what you thought about these death battles. Thank you guys so much. Have a joyous Monday. You might see me a little bit later tonight. Look forward to the streaming, but all in all, stay crunchy. And again, it's Levi Out Loud. Call me Levi. Call me Loud. Just don't call me out with Just Chat.